I'm going to talk about a pest problem that is affecting a lot of maple trees across the US and Canada. The pest is an invasive species called the Asian longhorned beetle. My partner and I have come up with a solution to this invasive pest, but first let's discuss the problem with the beetle. The Asian longhorned beetle is an invasive species that are killing maple trees across the US and Canada. Thus, maple farmers aren't able to keep their maple farms once the species has infested. Since they are an invasive species, they have no natural predators and are killing maple trees very rapidly. The Asian longhorned beetle was brought here from China in the 90s. It was brought over on an infested wood pellet. The female Asian longhorned beetle will chew into a tree to lay her eggs. The larvae then grow in the phloem of the tree, preventing the tree from getting its nutrients. Adult beetles will then continue to feed on the tree they grew in or move to another host tree. This is how they spread from different trees. Before we get into the details of the problem with this beetle, let's get some background information on them and how they develop. The beetle's general life cycle is about 1 to 2 years. When females lay their eggs, they will lay about 25 to 40 eggs in the late fall and early winter. Larvae are capable of overwintering, which means they are able to survive the winter and hatch in the spring. But they will fully develop around May and exit the tree. The reproductive cycle of the ALB starts when the male uses their antenna to make contact with the female. If she is receptive, mating will proceed. The chew holes that the females have made are used for oviposition. They lay about 5 eggs per female in each hole, and the eggs are placed under the bark in the phloem of the tree. Now we know how the beetles are produced and spread. What are the current methods to get rid of them? There are some little things like not moving firewood across borders. The importation of infested wood is now prohibited, and they are also encouraging people to not plant host trees. And there are state and federal personnel that will come inspect the wood and quarantine it if necessary. There are insecticide treatments as well, but these methods are harmful to. The solution my class suggests is to prevent the beetle from developing fully. The juvenile hormone JH regulates the developmental cycle. So the analog of this gene, ZR512, would prevent the beetle larvae from developing into sexually mature adults, eliminating them from being able to reproduce and spread. We would do this by injecting the analog into the tree. It works by placing water-soluble chemicals inside the cambium of the tree. The analog would move into and through the tree's xylem sac. The beetle would ingest the analog as they burrowed into the tree to lay their eggs. The eggs would also develop eating the tree and ingesting the analog. Our solution is better for many reasons. It only targets the species, not just the tree. It allows farmers to continue to plant the host trees without beetles spreading into the young trees. Chemicals such as insecticides and fungicides tend to be more effective when they are injected into the tree, which is the method we will be using. This drilled hole method works faster, is more concentrated, and lets you have more control of the process. It is also localized to just the tree as opposed to having to spray the area or put chemicals into the soil, which can cause harm to other species and plants from chemical runoffs. We have not done any field tests on this method yet, but we hope to in the next couple months. Please be sure to comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching!